Hi, Marshdale Hiring Committee. This is Kendall Zimmerman, and I wanted to take you on a really quick tour of some of the interactive things I do with my classes using some different technology tools. So the 5-6 Colorado pages are jumping off page for most things that we do. So we have our home page here, which gives some information about us. Has a calendar and everything. We have different tabs that link to every subject area. So we have kids going to the reading page to look at reading lists, for example, where they can get some ideas for different books that they'd like to read. So we have some book lists up for them. We have some news websites. We have some author interviews that they were interested in and some other things like that. And we have one of those for every subject, so relevant things for each subject area. The kids have access to their blogs through this site, so our kids all have their own blog, and they update it weekly for homework, and that's their writing homework every week. So if you click on any student, you'll get to see what they've been writing about recently. So right now we're working on fables and writing tall tales and things like that, and we went on a recent trip to the museum, so we try to make each of their blog entries relevant to things that we've been doing recently. And we also always have the rubric online, as well as we put in screencasts to help them learn how to use these different interactive tools. Sometimes they're a little bit confused. So like this is a screencast that the kids can click on, and it will show them how to insert an image onto their blog. I think my sound is off. We also have a homework page as well as parent resources page. Parents can come to this page for just information that we've been sharing recently in school. So I think on this page, for example, we still have like our welcome to 5th and 6th grade PowerPoint, so new students can get parents can get acquainted with the way we structure our school and our classrooms and our 5-6 community. From here, I also want to show you my students in the 5th and 6th grade use Schoology a lot. I have interactive classrooms that we do a lot of work in the classroom together, and then they kind of share out their learning online. So this is an example of what my online classroom looks like. We always put the learning targets up. This was a unit on Systems Earth, so we were talking about weathering, erosion, and deposition. Through water, wind, ice, earthquakes, and volcanoes. So I'm just going to show you one activity that we did together. So we did a lot of learning and discussion in class, and the students also got a chance to read different things online. So I develop all the reading. I try to use as many pictures as I can to help them both be able to read but also be able to see what we're learning about. And I also try to record my voice reading each of the pages so that kids who struggle with reading a little bit still have access to the text. So as you can see here, if you click on this link and you press play, I don't think my sound is working right now because I'm hooked into the microphone already, but the kids will be able to hear the text being read to them as well. And then after we've done some discussion in class and done our own reading, they have an interactive activity that they do if that goes along with our in-class inquiry. And for this one, they got to make their own voice thread, which I'll show you here below. So they kind of got to apply the learning that we'd been working on in class. I made my own voice thread, which you can see here. What the kids do is they look at the picture, they create their own account, they look at the picture, and then they're able to actually post their own comments. And for this, the purpose was to look at the picture, look at the landforms, and to figure out or to hypothesize about how wind shaped the surface of the earth here. So the kids will post and again, her sound's not playing because I'm hooked into the microphone, but she's able to post, Brianna is able to post using her voice. She records her own voice, and some kids just choose to post by typing what they saw. So they have the choice to either record their own voice to answer the questions or to kind of reflect on their learning, or to type their answers if they're not comfortable with that. And they looked at 4 different pictures for this, just all pictures of places that have been shaped by wind. So this is a 5th grade example. And then here's a 6th grade example. So again, I always start with the learning targets. At this point in the year, we were learning about weight and mass and gravity, so we did a pre-assessment to kind of assess where they were. We did an interactive discussion board. This is one feature I really like about Schoology, because the kids are able to do some learning, and then kind of everybody gets a chance to give their thoughts. So in a group discussion in class, often you have a few students that dominate the discussion, whereas on a discussion board, you've got everybody actively participating and being able to comment on each other's posts as well. And there's one more thing I'd like to show you about this lesson. So again, we'll do a lot of lessons in class that go along with our learning, and we'll do investigations. I also really like to use technology sources that are more interactive. So for example, for this, we were talking about the difference between mass and weight, and so this was a cool website where the kids were able to get their weight on different planets. So that's just a really quick crash course in some of the things that I'm doing in my classes. I am looking forward to hopefully getting to meet some of you and to share some of my ideas again. Thank you so much. Take care.